Has your alarm ever gone off and you thought, ugh, I do not want to go into work today? Oh, maybe I'm sick. I mean, you have no idea why, other than that you don't feel motivated to go into work. Well, I'm here to help. In this video, I'm going to give you the 5 tips to looking after your mental health at work, and you can implement them right away to be successful and thriving. Hi there, I'm reginareneewilliams, and welcome back to my channel, where I share the best insights and advice on mental health and mindset, and help you maintain your mental wellness and positivity in both your personal life and career. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. Also, I'd love for you to check me out on Instagram and join my community of followers, where I post 3 microblogs per week on mental health and mindset. And for full-length blogs, you can cruise on over to inspiringwordsofregina.com, where you'll find more detailed information on mental health and wellness and mindset, and where I share my story about how mental illness has impacted my life. The links to both my Instagram and blog are in the description below. All right, so let's get into them. Tip number 1, keeping active. Yes, staying active doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a gym rat or do hardcore cardio every day. You know, it could just mean getting up and getting out and being active for at least 30 minutes a day, which goes hand in hand with better sleep and focus. You know, even at work, you can just go outside, walk around the building, or if you're in a situation where you have a large building and you can walk on the inside, go ahead and do that. That gets you, up and moving and the blood flowing to just really help with your mind and, getting that activity in at least once per day. Better yet, if you have a gym at your facility, if you're lucky enough to have that, luxury, you can even go in there and get on the treadmill or the bicycle or do some weightlifting to get your heart rate up, and your blood flowing, just to get that in at least once per day. Or if you are, fortunate enough to have a job where you don't have to commute into work and you actually work from home, get out and walk your dog if you have a pet, or get up and just, take a walk down the street and back and just get, take in some of that nature, some of that fresh air to kind of reset your mind. That's always good. Tip number 2, eating well. Yes, we all know that what we eat ultimately affects how we feel. So naturally, it's very important to have healthy snacks and healthy meals during your workday. And while I know this can be difficult, a great way to stay focused and committed to healthy eating is by doing some meal prepping. Maybe, the Sunday before your work week starts, just make sure, you've done your shopping to be able to prep those meals and have them ready to go. And one other thing is, please do not eat at your desk. Make it a point to get away from your work environment, free of distraction, to enjoy your meal. It also gives you an opportunity to maybe commune with coworkers, if you are in an office environment, or even, getting out of your home office and going to other parts of your home, like your dining room table, to just enjoy and indulge in a meal without any type of other, worries about, checking an email or getting a phone call, whatever the case may be. Tip number 3, drink sensibly. Yeah, so we typically drink, to calm our mood and to take our mind off the stresses at work. But you and I both know, this is a temporary fix to our troubles. We tend to do this like during the week, like after work or over the weekends. But that is just not the best way to deal with stress and anxiety. And you should be mindful of your alcohol intake to make sure you're not doing it just to mask underlying issues. Also, take care when drinking at work functions. Drinking too much as a result of, trying to fit in or calm your nerves about the event that's going on is just doing too much. It could lead to bad behavior that is irreversible and damaging to your career. So just don't do it. Knock, knock. Who's there? I hope you guys are. Go ahead and comment down below with makes sense if any of these tips are resonating with you. All right, so tip number 4, Do something you're good at. What do you enjoy doing? What are your hobbies? Outside of the workplace, it is so important, to have something else that you're into. It could take the pressure off, the day-to-day of the way you earn a living now, especially if it's not something you're that passionate about. Having an outlet really is essential to your mental health. Outside of being a mother, a father, a husband or a wife, whatever it is you are to everyone else, this needs to be just for you. You need an outlet. For instance, what I'm doing right here, talking to you guys, sharing helpful tips and information to help strengthen your mindset and mental health. It's what I feel I was called to do. So, ultimately you want to have that thing that brings you joy and that you are passionate about. All right, so tip number 5, accept who you are. Oh my goodness, this one hits home for me. It is so vital that you do not define yourself by the work you do or the organization you work for. You are so much more than that. It can be so devastating when you do define yourself by that and things go wrong. Things could change. You could be met with the challenges of a difficult manager or whatever the case may be. And then, your spirit is crushed due to circumstances beyond your control. What you need to do is take a long, hard look at yourself and be mindful of your strengths and your weaknesses. And become very familiar with how your difference from others is truly a uniqueness. And it doesn't make you any less of a person because you do things different from others. You need to check in with yourself and let your diversity shine. All right, guys, now you have the 5 tips for maintaining your mental health at work. So cruise on over to inspiringwordsofregina.com and check out my full-length blog titled Mental Health Tips for the Workplace. In that blog, I provide additional tips and share my experiences with managing my anxieties at work. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram at reginareneewilliams and grab your 2 free downloads below: a guide to breaking down your mental health and mental health mindfulness at work. If you are new to my channel, please go check out these 2 videos on workplace stressors and ending the stigma of mental illness. And remember to like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.